Yanas. I'm AJ, the comedian. Nice to see you guys here. Hey, I went to my first Diamondbacks game this season. Anybody been out there yet? Couldn't even tell you who we played against because I was a little preoccupied with the seating. Those chairs aren't for real people. Those are for toy people. Yeah, the whole time I kept thinking, you know, this would be a hell of an episode for Rescue 911. Getting my ass stuck in that chair. Here comes Hook and Ladder 54 with the beautiful firefighters and the jaws of life and a gallon of petroleum jelly to extract me from my seat. So I bought season tickets. Yeah. There's some joys and some disappointments about being a big booty woman. You gotta be careful about some things. You know, chairs that are not big butt friendly. Turnstiles. I have issues with my bathtub at home. My hips form human suction cups to either side of the tub. My body forms a human dam. I have to lift up one leg and let that water through. Makes me feel like such a dyke. But you know who likes this? Black men like this, right? It's like the Pied Piper of booty. They lose all their senses. Oh, I haven't been so lucky in love. Maybe I should have married a black man. I don't know. I'm divorced. I was married once. Turns out that little bastard could keep quite a secret. He was gay. True story. There were a couple little tip-offs, right? Like every time Barry Manilow came to town, we had to go see him. Yeah. Seriously. And he was a cop. That's not the joke, but whatever. Yeah, and he used to like to carpool with this construction worker and an Indian and a cowboy. Yeah. So, having been married to a gay man, I like to think of myself as gently used. Yeah. Like if I had a car. Glad you're digging this, buddy. Table number 3. Like if I had a Carfax, my Carfax would say that gently used. Because it would be a gay guy. Low miles. One owner who preferred to drive the other vehicle. The Ram van. Like new interior. Yeah. And you know what sucked about being married to a gay man? His mother. It's true. That's why they turn out that way. Yeah, so she was, my former mother-in-law was such a bitch, right? And now that she knows the true story, what really happened, I think I'm owed a little apology, right? I think so. A little note, a card. Turns out Hallmark doesn't make cards for those occasions. You know, but if it did, I think it would say a little something like this. I'm sorry. I was overbearing. In our house, there was a lack of caring. Nature or nurture, who would know? My son would grow up to be a big homo. I'm sorry I was such a crazy nut. And that my son liked it in the butt. So try dating after that, right? At my age, like my dating pool kind of shriveled into like a waiting pool. So I decided to give the special needs section a try. Oh, don't judge me. I started dating a blind, right? And actually he wasn't completely blind, he was just half blind, which was awesome because he thinks I'm half my size. which turns out wasn't even his real name, was a nickname, short for erectile dysfunction. You guys like impressions? Yeah? You want to see an impression of Ed? He was black. Yeah, then after Ed, I dated an atheist, which was odd because I'm a Christian. And one thing used to freak me out about that. He used to use the Lord's name in vain all the time. So I was walking around going, Jesus Christ! I didn't get that. I said, why do you shout out something you don't believe in? You see me going around doing that, shouting out stuff I don't believe in? Easter, buddy! Santa freaking Claus! Democratic Party! Yeah, sorry, some Republicans in the House. So, it's alright, it's a comedy show. Lighten up. Yeah, so a girlfriend of mine saw me struggling with my dating, and she says to me, I have a book for you. Right? That's what everybody has an answer. They have a book for you. It was called The 90-Day Contract. And the premise of this book was that you don't really date, but you get somebody to enter into a contract with you. Right, on the first date. I got about a 50-50 chance a dude's going to show up at Starbucks. And then I'm supposed to get him to sign a contract. Like, I gotta get him in a headlock and get the manager out. Like, hey, what do we have to do to get you into AJ tonight? Yeah. I figured some things out. You know, if you want to know about a guy, instead of doing an interview, you can ask him about his cell phone plan, right? Like, you a night times and weekends kind of guy only? Or anytime? Have you checked out the family plan? Do you roam? One weird thing about being single and dating is you see a lot of peni. Yeah, see some weird stuff. I saw something called cryotism the other day. Yeah, weird stuff. The only reason I know that is because I Googled it. You can Google the shit out of about anything, and it's a medical term for broken penis. My girlfriend said, what does that look like? You know, the only thing I could think of was, you know, have you ever asked Uncle Lucas for directions? She's like, go that way and make a hard left. Yeah. So how does that work out? Like, what do you do for a broken penis? You know, they give you little penis slings. Do you get a cast? Do you let people sign it? Do you get a note for your boss? Like, what if your boss is an ass and he's like, Joe, get your butt in here. You don't need your penis. You're a welder. Yeah. So, but things are going better for me in the romance department. Got a boyfriend. He's a fantastic boyfriend. Give it up for him. Well, right before our first date, though, he freaked me out a little bit. He said, you know, I got to tell you something. It's like, you can't do that to me. I had a gay ex-husband. So what is it? He said, I have a portrait tattoo of my ex on my arm. You know, I've always wanted to try and threesome without all the bullshit. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm AJ. Thank you so much for coming out.